everyone, welcome. It's Geekonomics. We're back. It's another week. It's another show. Brian is in the land of blur. I'm in my office at work. How you doing, Brian? How's things in the land of blur?
It's doing very well, Mark. We
Awesome.
have, I just want to remind everybody, we have 2 shows in October. We have Andy's Manchester show in the beginning of the month,
Yes.
comic book and toy show,
Yes, Manchester.
Manchester. And then at the end of the month, our normal comic book show in Enfield.
Yes.
But all the notes will be in our the show notes.
Yeah, and you'll see the flyer. I've been putting the flyer in the show. So
Yeah. And
that's
then
east of the river. And then we have CliffsCon at the end of September
right.
in Plainville at the VFW.
Yeah. So a lot of shows happening, which is
Brian
great.
might be there for that one.
I might. Depends on the weather. If
Yeah.
I can get it.
And then
I might-
November is the hotel show again.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll make that one, but maybe.
Yeah, he's planning on doing that before Thanksgiving this year.
Yes.
Yeah.
I might do that then, because that might
Or,
be my last
or the
show.
weekend of Thanksgiving. I don't know how he's doing it yet.
I think it's last year. It was the weekend of Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I think it might be the weekend of Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the last Sunday. So yes, it's the weekend of Thanksgiving.
Yeah. So should be
Yeah.
good.
It's a great show for holiday shopping.
Black Friday steals and deals.
Yes. Or Blue Saturday. I don't know what they call it.
Oh yeah, it's a local business Saturday,
Yeah, weekend. Yeah.
but his show's on a Sunday.
Yes.
So
Just make it a weekend,
there
Yeah.
you go. Shop local.
Yes.
So Mark, before we get into the show, I want to say I've been going through old VHSs,
I've heard. I've been seeing you posting things.
putting stuff on DVD,
So
and
old versions of Hutzel.
I have some old footage of when I was volunteering at Cox in our
Oh,
old
sorry
the Low Bro show. I got the Low Bro show.
Low Bro show. I remember the Low Bro show.
It's being
boy.
used way back in the day before we were we might have been doing radio at the same time, but when I would come in, and these were our
I don't think so. I think that might have been when you were going through training.
yes, it was training. Jill,
Yeah.
me, you, Derek. I just got to these tapes today.
Yeah.
And man, oh man, we look so young.
Yes. Yes, we did.
I might put these on digital, and I might upload a clip or 2 onto our YouTube channel, because
There you go.
it would be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that was before ETV.
yes. Low Bro show. And then we're doing one, and you call it Brian's Tool Shed. Brian the Tool Man. Your humor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
Hasn't changed. Still the same
hasn't
kind
changed any. Yeah. So very funny.
of.
So
Maybe
anyway,
in the birth of the radio show, those shows.
yeah. We are actually mocking another show, and we're watching Christian music videos and talking over them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what show you're talking about. Exactly.
Yeah. It's really funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, it brings back memories, and how time has flown by.
Yes.
I can't believe school's back in session this week, and
Yeah. My niece.
I feel like the
went
kids
back
just
Monday.
graduated.
Yeah. Yeah, my niece went back Monday.
Yeah. Where I work, school is
Yeah.
back in session. It's weird.
Yeah.
Other than that, Mark, I don't really have. I watched She Hulk this morning. We'll talk about that later. I've been slowly reading The Sandman, and I have another book in my possession I'm reading. A Twin
Another
Peaks.
random book or another Sandman book?
No, a friend of mine put out a new Twin Peaks book.
Oh, okay.
Too. So other than that, I haven't watched anything. I've been really addicted to Password on NBC, the new Password. Me and Allison have been watching that.
Oh
we have-
boy.
we have not started anything new. I'm still watching Sprung on Freevee. I love that show. I think I look forward to that show every week now. And then I've been playing Saints Row, the new Saints Row, a lot of freaking fun.
Yeah.
But beyond that, I'm getting ready for D&D this Saturday. And
Yeah.
Bobby,
Speaking of this Saturday, Brian,
yeah,
some news has been announced for this Saturday.
what?
It is the inaugural National Cinema Day.
I heard.
Yes, you can go to a lot of different studios. Labor Day weekend is notoriously a slow time for movie theaters, and there's a plan to spice it up this year. Over 3,000 screens in US of all formats will be offering $3 tickets. $3.
That's not bad.
This even includes IMAX showings in select locations. Before the
Wow.
films, there will be a special trailer showcasing films coming this fall from A24, Amazon Studios, Disney, Focus, Lionsgate, Neon, Paramount, Sony, and Sony Classics, United Artists, Universal, and Warner Brothers.
Speaking of movies, Mark, I did see the trailer for the live action Pinocchio, and this is the
Which one?
first, the new one with Tom Hanks.
That's the Disney one, and Guillermo del Toro is doing one as well, and that's going to show up on Netflix.
Well, this is the Disney Plus streaming one, and I have to say, this is the first time I've been excited by a live action Disney remake. All
Really?
of them I didn't give two shits about. I tried to watch Lion King. I thought it was absolutely horrible. Like, I just felt like I was watching the Nature Channel with being dubbed over with voice actors. They did not emote anything. I don't think it really did it justice. But watching this, I loved Pinocchio as a child, and this I really want to see. And it's got Tom Hanks in it, and I think it looks really good. So I am excited, and I'm glad it's streaming. And speaking of streaming, Warner Brothers is actually doing some good things. We've talked about bad things they've been doing. Evil Dead Rise, which was going to be an HBO Max exclusive.
Yes, got pushed to next year.
But it also, they said this is too good, it's going in the theater.
Yes.
It's not going to be on streaming.
And I don't know if you knew about this, Brian. Evil Dead Rise was tentatively planned to be a haunted house at this year's Universal Halloween Horror Nights. But with the announcement of them pushing the movie back to next year, they had to scrap the IP portion of it because it would have gave away the story of the movie.
I'm sure.
And then Universal had to revamp the whole haunted house, which all this has caused a big thing because Universal usually announces their haunted houses for Halloween Horror Nights like way ahead of time, like in like July, because the thing starts, I think, like this weekend is their first like Halloween Horror Nights because it goes all through September, October. So they just like started announcing the houses like last week or the week before.
Yeah.
So it's caused a big stir in the Universal Halloween Horror Nights community because people have been waiting for the announcement of the houses because the weekend has a house. And that was the one that was announced way back when. And then like there was a big lull of information about when other houses were coming. So they since changed it to Cell Block Horror or Hell Block Horror. I made it like a generic original house. But everyone's saying like when you go and see it, it's gonna look very similar to Evil Dead Rise because everything is themed to that, but they just took all the stuff off that are covered things that say like hints at the movie or something like that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
I'm excited to see it in the theater.
yeah, it's the fifth. It's actually in the same. It's like in the line of the other ones, correct?
I don't know anything about it.
When I look up the stuff, I looked it up last
out.
night because I was watching a video about Halloween Horror Nights and all that. So I looked up. I was like, I didn't even know Evil Dead was making another movie.
Me neither.
And then it's the fifth movie in the story, so it's
Well,
following the story that is already out there.
Well, we have the remake. I'm not sure if this is a sequel to that remake. if it's or Bruce, because that's in the universe.
Not Bruce
as well.
Campbell in it. There's no Bruce Campbell in it.
Right. So this has got to be a connection to that last.
Yes, I think it's the new, like the 5th story in that new thing that's out.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see it though. I'm excited that they're bringing it to the theater. It sucks it's not coming out into the theater this October.
Yeah.
I think it's going to come out early next year. So it's going to be coming out like maybe February, March.
Yeah.
But you know what? Horror movies come out every month now. And they all
There
do
is no,
well.
like, it used to be like they saved until October, but now they're like whenever it comes out, whenever it comes
Because
out.
it's easy money.
April 21st, 2023.
I will be there.
Originally intended for digital release on HBO Max, Evil Dead Rise is scheduled to be released in theaters in April.
Yeah, I'm very excited for that.
All right, here we go. Supernatural horror written and directed by Lee Cronin. The film serves as the 5th installment in the Evil Dead franchise that stars Alicia Sutherland, Lily Sullivan, blah, 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 other people. The film follows 2 sisters trying to survive and save their family from demonic creatures known as Deadites. So is that the newer story?
Yeah, that's probably that's connected to the last movie.
Okay.
I mean, the Deadites are in all the movies.
Yeah, but I know if that was connected to the newer version.
That's connected. Yes, that's connected to the newer one.
The film's development was preceded by scrapped plans for a sequel to the 2013 film Evil Dead and a 4th film in the original series. Raimi announced that a new film was in development. The people, Bruce is an executive producer on it. New Line Cinema announced production company involved alongside Warner Brothers and Ghost House Pictures. In the fifth Evil Dead film, award-weary Beth pays an overdue visit to her older sister Ellie, who is raising 3 kids on her own in a cramped LA apartment. The sisters' reunion is cut short by discovery of a mysterious book deep in the bowels of Ellie's building, giving rise to a flesh-possessing demons and thrusting Beth into a primal battle for survival as she is faced with the most nightmarish version of motherhood imaginable.
Should be good.
Yes. So I'm hinting that that's like possessed children, that like she has to kill them.
Could be. It could be.
Yes.
And then
So going back to the thing before this, the
yeah.
National Cinema Day, Regal and Cinemark are involved in this. So that means the Enfield studio and the Enfield cinemas and the Springfield cinemas will have it. So if you're looking for something to do before you go to D&D on Saturday, Brian, you can run over and watch a $3 movie.
I'm good. Maybe on Sunday or Monday.
Well, no, it's only one day.
Well, I'll be busy that day. So.
That's why it's called National Cinema Day, not National Cinema Weekend.
Well, it should be Cinema Weekend, is what it should be.
I don't think that wouldn't really make them any money, I don't think.
So Mark, did you watch episode 2 of House of the Dragons?
Yes, I did. Yes,
How was it?
It was better. I won't say better than the first episode, but it was better in that it like was more Game of Thronesy than the first episode. Like this one actually had like the Game of Thrones theme music at the beginning, and like had the big opening with like panning across the world that they're going to be talking about.
Yeah.
And all that. There was dragons in this one, which was good. This is more of like a political intrigue kind of episode, which was good.
That's what Game of Thrones is. Political intrigue.
I mean, this one was more of that instead of just like the first one was more of just like the family setting up the story about
set up the story.
What's going on. This one was more like making this one. Then I watched after the episode thing because it explains it and it's helpful because some of it's like what's going on. But this episode sets up what's going to be happening in the rest of the story, kind of. So
yeah.
And they did like a jump, like time jump. Like there was a 6-month time jump from the first episode to the second episode.
Interesting.
And they said there's going to be a lot of that, like jumping in time to get to the story through the stories. There's a lot of dead space that they don't need to really do anything with.
Interesting. I mean, I want to watch it. I think we're probably going to wait closer to the end of the season and jump in.
Yeah.
Like I've been hearing all good things, so I'm excited to watch it. And I'm glad they brought the theme song back.
Yes. Yeah. Which is good because it's like, it has a tiny tweak to it. So it's not exactly the same, but it's enough that it's like, yes, I'm watching Game of Thrones and I can get into it now because there's Game of Thrones happening.
Yeah. Trying to think of anything else, Mark? How was your week?
It was good. It was good. A lot of stuff going on, as you know, and we've talked about before. But yeah, just usual stuff. What was the thing I started watching? I can't remember what it was now.
The Bear, you watched?
Oh, I watched The Bear. We finished The Bear. That was really good. That's amazing. You will enjoy that.
Yeah, I got to check that out.
Yeah, you especially will enjoy it because you worked in a restaurant, so it's very in your wheelhouse.
It's on my list.
I tried watching the Little Demon show, the cartoon on Hulu.
Oh, I saw
Danny
that.
DeVito, Aubrey Plaza.
Yeah.
Wasn't my
Wasn't your cup of tea?
Wasn't my cup of tea.
And
Claire was excited about it. I just didn't find it that great.
did Claire like it?
She didn't watch it yet.
Oh.
I watched it separately, but yeah. So I don't know. Not really. I didn't really find it. I just barely got through the first episode. So
I didn't even know it existed until I turned on Hulu one day.
yeah, yeah. I keep meaning to try that Sprung show that you talked about. But I haven't had a chance to do it yet.
Oh,
Watch that Sprung show. Yeah, Claire even mentioned it that she heard a few good things about it.
I really like it.
Yeah.
It's my favorite show that I'm watching week to week right now. And I mean, we had gamers. Well, before I get into news, anything else? Anything else?
No, that was it. No, I was just gonna kind of the same kind of thing. I was gonna say, like, Claire mentioned to me last night. She's like, "Oh, did you know the VMAs happened over the weekend?" I'm like, "I didn't even know they were still a thing."
Yes, they happened on Sunday night.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp showed up as a VI.
That's what Claire was telling me about it. Yeah, I
They
told
put
Claire.
his like.
I said to Claire, I'm like, I bet only like every teenage kid in the world watched it, and Brian, because Brian loves VMAs.
I don't watch the VMAs anymore. I haven't watched the VMAs since Kanye West interrupted Taylor Swift.
Well, good thing because Taylor Swift won again, so you know.
She did win. She announced she has a new album coming out. Johnny Depp showed up as the Moon Man's face.
Yeah.
Made some jokes.
Yeah.
The Chili Peppers performed. Chad did a nice little tribute towards Taylor, which this weekend is the big tribute concert.
Yeah.
And it will be streamed.
Nice.
So I don't know if it's happening on Saturday or Sunday, but it's going to be streamed online for Taylor Hawkins tribute concert. And I don't know who's streaming it, but you can watch it. You can watch it for free online.
I got it. The announced lineup includes the likes of Travis Barker, Martin Chambers, Josh Freese, Violet Grohl, Justin Hawkins, Shane Hawkins, Brian Johnson, Kesha, Luke Spiller, Luz Ulrich, Natty Bushnell, Chris Chaney, Stuart Copeland, Liam Gallagher, Omar Hakim, Josh Holm, and a bunch of other people. Brian May.
September 3rd.
Yes.
So is that on?
It's going to be on live cards will be featured on Paramount Plus in the US,
Pluto TV
internationally, and on MTV's YouTube channels worldwide beginning Saturday, September 3rd at 11:30 a.m.
Eastern. Oh, wow. The concert will also be on demand globally via Paramount Plus September 3rd, starting the week of September 5th. So we have D&D. I have Paramount Plus, which I have not used at all. Now I know I'm definitely going to check it out. Now, CBS television will be broadcasting an hour-long rendering of the tribute concert on Saturday
Yes, at 9
between 9
p.m.
and 10 p.m.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. I will
And
watch
then
that.
MTV will be
weekend.
doing it globally beginning in September, a 2-hour special.
That's awesome. I'm excited to watch this. It's crazy. But anyway, I'm great. I'm thankful that we get to, for people who can't go, we get to see it at home.
Yeah.
And even though we have D&D, I can still catch it on Sunday
Yeah.
or the week of on Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
So, thank you,
Also,
Paramount.
the Hawkins side band, Chevy Metal, will be performing as well.
So that's cool. So yeah, the VMAs, they had moments. I saw it on the news the next day. I mean,
You heard Bad
it's-
Bunny won something.
who?
Bad Bunny.
Don't know who that is, but
He's a
I'm glad
rapper.
he won. He
a
was
rapper.
in Bullet Train.
He
I
wasn't
saw-
Bullet Train. I
I
haven't
saw
seen it
Bullet.
yet. How was Bullet Train?
It was good. I really liked it. It's definitely worth watching again. But I don't know anything from Bad Bunny. I'm old, Mark. I don't know all these people.
I only know Bad Bunny because he appeared in WWE recently. He was at WrestleMania, so that's the only reason why I know Bad Bunny.
Fair enough.
So best group went to BTS. They beat the Foo Fighters and Red Hot Chili Peppers. And
Well-
Manskin.
I mean, it's a younger demographic, so
Yes.
makes sense.
Best video went to Taylor Swift.
Surprise, surprise.
Yes.
I don't think it's really worth
Song of
it.
the summer went to Jack Harlow for First Class.
I don't know who that is.
He was on Saturday Night Live. He was also a rapper.
I probably fast forwarded.
Best metaverse performance, because that's a thing now. Went to Blackpink, which is a Korean female rock band.
I don't know who that is.
Best push performance, which I have no idea what a push performance is.
We're old, Mark. We're old.
Mhm.
It's-
Best alternative video went to Mainskin. I want to
oh,
be your slave.
Manskin. Those guys are awesome.
Yeah.
I
I
like
want to
them.
be your slave was a song.
I do enjoy their music.
Yeah. Best song went to Billie Eilish, Happier Than Ever.
It's a good song.
Best rock video went to Red Hot Chili Peppers for Black Summer.
It's kind of an okay song.
Yeah. Beat out Foo Fighters, Love Dies Young.
Foo Fighters should have won.
Yeah, Foo Fighters should have won.
Yeah, I don't understand that one.
Visual effects went to Lil Nas X and Jack Harlow for Industry Baby. No idea what that is. Best hip hop video went to Nicki Minaj and Lil Baby. Do we have a problem? Question mark.
Little Baby. What about the baby?
I don't know. The Global Icon Award was the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah, they performed some classics. Yeah.
Best pop video, Harry Styles, As It Was.
Snooze Fest. I think Harry Styles is the boringest artist I've ever heard in my life. I don't know. I mean, people love him. I just don't get it. His music puts me to. I've never. His music, I compare it to like.
It's very bubblegum. I compare it to that.
It's like puts
It's
me
like
to.
overly sweet and like makes your stomach hurt afterwards.
It's boring. It's just
Best
boring.
R&B video went to The Weeknd, Out of Time.
Now there's an artist.
And how much you love The Weeknd.
Yes, he's amazing.
And best album went to Harry Styles for Harry's House. Beat out Bad Bunny, Adele, Billie Eilish, and Drake.
I don't get it, but it's not for me to get anymore.
Not for you. It's not for you
Not
anymore,
for-
Brian.
Harry Styles is not for me. I
Like,
heard
was
that.
like, you know, I'm surprised no one's come about thinking about this of making like a. I don't know. It's like not the Grammys because the Grammys are also pretty much for younger folks at this point. Like,
The Grammys run the gambit of young and
well,
old.
Yeah, but I mean, I think they're more younger folk.
I kind of put it in the middle. Honestly, award shows, I'm kind of over award shows. I'm getting older. I used to be really into them. I'm kind of fading out. Like, I don't even care. Like, I did
I
watch
think we're like the
Academy
Rock and Roll Hall
Awards.
of
I did
Fame
watch
audience at this point.
the Golden Globes, but
It didn't happen.
the Academy Awards
The
did.
Academy Awards happened. Golden Globes happened. but
Oh,
they
the
didn't have
Golden Globes
TV.
didn't, but I did watch it.
They happened, but they didn't have TV.
I did watch the Emmys.
Yeah.
But I mean, as years pass, I just don't
I think the
care.
only ones we ever watch anymore are the Oscars. Like the only one that we watch.
I know. I watched the Oscars only because Allison's like, hey, we should watch it.
Yeah.
But we didn't watch any of the movies. And I just didn't care. I mean, the slap was the biggest thing that happened.
Well, and
But,
also like this past year was tough because most of the movies like weren't out. Like you couldn't see them unless you like found them in Northampton or something. Because that's the only places that had movies at that point.
no, well, no, a lot of them were streaming. A lot of them.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of that kind of
Yeah,
stuff, like deep
streaming.
streaming stuff, like nothing that was like well promoted
Deep
that you knew.
streaming? What is this?
You know what I mean? Like it
web?
wasn't like
Deep streaming?
well, it was like movies that have like streamed, but like weren't like popular streaming. It's like you didn't like they weren't promoted by those people that were streaming it. It wasn't like there was like
Deep in the bowels of streaming.
yeah,
I
you had to go
found my
looking for them
movie.
to find them. I'm saying you didn't like they weren't like on the main page of the streaming app
I hear you.
movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of over award shows in general.
I think this coming year there'll be more because you'll have more theater movies.
Yeah.
We have new LCD lights that they put in, or LED lights that they put into the office last week. And it's the first, like, that I've been here a lot more often and noticed it. But now our hallway lights turn off. We're not in the hallway. And even in my office, like one light turns off that's on the outside of the room now. It's very weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
And if you go out into the hallway, only like one light turns on at a time. So it's like, goosh, goosh. Very horror film-esque.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I
So
like being in a dark building all the time.
I know, right?
Josh said they put him in Fermi. He was telling me because I told him about these. I guess they have him in Fermi now. And he says like he had to walk down to the opposite side of the building one day at Fermi, and it happens there. And it's like it was like during the thunderstorm last week when he was going from one side of the building to the other.
Yeah.
So it's like he said, I wish I had my like camera. He was gonna take his phone out and film it. Cause literally like the lights turn on like as you go down the hallway, and there's like lightning and like the storm outside.
That's
He was
cool.
like it was like a made for horror film scenario. And he was like, I moved really quickly from one side of the school to the other. I'm the only person in this whole empty school by myself. So it's like a
Ugh.
scene from Stranger Things.
Seriously, that's creepy.
I said you're also at Fermi too, so that's creepy enough because it's always been dank and dark in there.
It is dang and dark.
Or the Enfield Annex. I'm sorry, they call it the Enfield Annex now.
Yes, yeah. Anyway, let's talk about She Hulk.
She Hulk, you finally watched it.
I watched it this morning.
Well, the new one only comes out tomorrow.
Oh, cool. I forget. I'll actually watch it tomorrow, I think. So I watched it this morning. I wanted it fresh in my mind. I will have to say, this episode for me was much better than the first episode, I thought. It actually makes me more invested in her, and what's going to transpire. I like where they're going with this.
It was a big talking point at CliffsCon over the weekend.
How so?
Sunday. A lot of people were talking about the show and what everyone thought of it. And I mentioned the one thing that I said, and everyone was like, you're exactly right. That should have happened. They should have released this last week. Like not last week, but when the first episode came out.
Yeah.
They should have released 2 episodes first.
Well, I know that's what we said.
Because it made it so much better. We made the first episode make more sense if you had this right after it. You could have digested them together.
Yeah.
Because that first episode just wasn't enough to hook you into the show.
I will say this. My other thing is, if you take away credits, this show is too short. And
It's like 20 minutes.
I feel like it's ridiculously too short. By the time I'm getting into it, it just cuts.
It's already over.
And also this show in particular, it's almost like they did film it like a movie and they cut it up.
Yes, they did.
Most serialized TV shows, even though it's a continuous story, each episode has a beginning, middle, and end. This show feels like we're just in the beginning.
Finishing the first act.
Yeah, and like done. And I'm like,
and then this week and next week you get the second act, and then like right after that you get the third act, and it's done.
yeah,
they definitely like made a She-Hulk movie, and we're like, we can't put this in theaters. No one's gonna go and see this. Let's just make it into a Disney Plus show. Okay.
well, that's not obviously they made this for television.
No, but you know what I mean? Like the way they
movie.
wrote it, I'm saying it's like the way it's been written. It's like you could tell it was meant for like a movie, but they decided just to make it into a show instead.
A very long movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're only
It would have
20
been 3
minutes.
hour. It would have been almost 3 hours. Not even. It would have been like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Because each show is
So-
only like 20 minutes long.
Yeah, I mean, it just felt too short, and I
Yeah.
felt like, well, I only have to wait till tomorrow now.
Yeah.
But I will say I'm more invested now after this episode than I was the first episode. I'll tell you the truth. After the first episode, that's just why it took me so long to watch it, because I forgot about the show and I just didn't feel oh my God, I gotta watch it.
Did you catch the nice nod to the original Hulk movies?
Yes, it was cheeky. I
I was a
liked
different
it.
person then.
Yeah. And she went,
Literally.
literally.
Is that
I did like that. I liked how the firm
definitely hinted at more of a World War Hulk possibility.
Planet
He's
Hulk,
back off into space. Yeah, Planet Hulk.
maybe.
Yeah,
So that's interesting.
yeah,
You know, I do like how this is more connected to the world. I kind of feel like a lot of these other shows, there's a disconnect. We talked about that already. We don't
yes.
need to go back down that rabbit hole, but I like it for the Easter eggs. I think they do a good job. I mean, I'm excited to watch it, but I almost want these episodes to be a little bit longer, because honestly, if we weren't doing this podcast, I would just let this show get close to the end and then I could just binge them, because
Yeah, they're
I
so
don't know.
short that you could just do it in a short setting. You could
you could watch like 3 in a row.
Yeah,
and
easily.
I feel satisfied.
Yeah.
And there's 9. So
Yeah.
we are already going on episode 3.
Yeah,
Holy crap. So we got 6 left.
yeah.
I hope they get longer as we progressively go.
I don't think they're going to. I think they're
Well,
more made to be
WandaVision did
like
that. Don't
I
forget,
think these are more.
WandaVision started off, each episode was short and then they became longer. And near the end, they were like 40 minutes to 50.
Mm,
So it could happen. It could.
well, episode 3 is only 30 minutes.
So with credits, you're looking at 22 minutes.
Yeah,
Because when I paused it after the credits, it was like 7 minutes of credits.
yeah. And there's also the after credit scene.
There was an after credit scene
Yes,
of episode 2.
yes.
What was it?
It was her helping her dad do a bunch of chores at his house.
Oh, all right. I didn't miss much.
Yeah.
Okay. I had no idea. Usually Disney tells you at the bottom, like,
Yeah,
um,
cousin from Perfect Strangers.
Cousin Larry,
Cousin Larry from Perfect Strangers.
Perfect Strangers, Cousin Larry.
Yes.
Yeah, I knew it was him. I heard his voice. I knew it was Cousin
Oh,
Larry.
as soon as he started talking, like, oh my gosh. Perfect
Um,
Strangers.
Yeah, the cast is great. I think it's we'll see what's going to happen with Abomination. Okay, so it's interesting. Spoilers. This episode ends with him escaping and being in a fight
Well, the
club.
thing is, I don't think he actually escaped. I think that's
No, Wong took him out because we
Yeah.
saw that. That was in
Yeah, yeah,
Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
Wong took him out so he could fight. We don't know
Yeah.
why. And then we saw
Yeah.
a scene where Wong brought him back.
Yeah.
So if I had to place money, tomorrow's episode, Wong will be showing back up.
Yes. No, yeah, exactly. I think he's like appearing. He definitely is going to appear in the episode in the
Yeah.
series.
He's got to, because he's
Yeah.
going to be like, he escaped, now he's back.
Yeah.
How did he?
Yeah.
And then he, Abominations, he's going to say like, I did not want to leave. They took me
Yeah.
out for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's how he's making money. I don't know. We don't know.
No, I think that's how he's like showing he's like, because they did the thing where he was like smart Abomination, kind of like smart Hulk kind of thing in Shang-Chi, where he's like talking to Wong as Abomination. So I think that's like going to be a thing where he's like, oh, he's helping him reform himself.
Well, the thing is, now it becomes tricky. Do we believe him? Because if he's part of a fight club, does she want to take on this case now?
Well, I think that she already has taken on this case. So I think that's just going to make the reason why it's going to be such a crazy thing. I'm just going to see how they rope Daredevil into it.
He's going to make a cameo.
Yeah,
That's what
I'm
they
just
said,
see how
just a
he all
cameo.
gets brought into it, though. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah. Maybe it's more than a cameo. I don't know.
Yeah.
And now that Hulk is gone, she can't get a hold of him to be like, oh, geez, I made a mistake.
Yeah.
So she's got to get herself out of this mess.
Yeah.
So I do like how they flipped the switch. They flipped it a little bit, because she's coming off in the beginning as I can deal with this. And then all of a sudden now it's unraveling this episode. She can't deal with this. This is a little too over her head. And now we have to watch her figure this all out on her own, because now her Bruce is gone.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see where this goes now. And I'm excited that I get to watch episode 3 tomorrow.
Just like everybody else.
Yeah, just like everybody else. But I think this was a very much better episode, very strong, and gave you the direction of where it's going. Yeah. I would give it a 9 overall. I give it a step up over the 8. I give it a 9.
Yeah. I mean, I'd give it I'd keep it at an 8. I don't think it's got to 9 yet.
Not for you?
No. I'll put it a little bit higher than the first episode. It's like maybe like 8.5.
That's fair. That's fair. I'll stick with the 9, but I kind of agree with the 8.5. I do, but I'll stick with the 9.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see where it goes. Like, it's like between this and Sprung are the only kind of shows I'm watching week to week. I do want to watch
see if they bring back what's her face from The Good Place, because she was in the first episode at the end. Like, how's that gonna come back around? Is that just a one-off, or is she gonna be in more than that episode?
I think that might have been just it.
Oh.
I hope so. I mean, her character wasn't that impressive. I wasn't.
No. It was just kind of just interesting to see how it's all going.
Yeah, I mean, we could see her, because if she took care of business, she's probably arrested. Yeah. So maybe that comes into question or play. Yeah. Later on.
Just to see if she comes back as a background where she has to defend her kind of thing.
Right. Maybe. Yeah. I could see that. I could see something happening there. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I want these episodes to get longer each week. Clearly not tomorrow, but maybe as we get
I'd also like the thing of her having to not only just defend Abomination, but if she's the head of the superhero department or whatever, that she's also involved in other smaller cases that she's helping on or working with. So you get more, it's not just this one court case for the whole series.
It might be.
There's more I
kind of feel like this is where we're going.
That I kind of like the thing of, I kind of like the idea of it being more of a comedy superhero Law and Order kind of like one case per episode kind of thing where she has to.
That's what I thought we were getting, but I
Yeah.
kind of feel like we're going to be getting Abomination for the whole course.
Yeah.
The way
Yeah.
how short everything is. I don't,
Yeah.
if each episode was like 40 minutes, yes,
Yeah.
give us a Law and Order, give us a new case every week.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel like we're just going to be following her with this major case.
Mm.
I could be wrong. Maybe by the middle of this show, it's figured out, but I don't see how. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Anything could happen.
Yeah. I think that would be the only thing I would critique about it is like the only thing I would change about it is make it that kind of scenario where she has to like defend a different villain each week that she has to try to like there's an overarching like big court case she has to deal with, but then she's also as the head of that department, she also has to work on other smaller cases to help other people with their cases, and they have
Maybe
to deal with
season
these
two.
different villains.
If they do a season 2, that would
Yeah.
be perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see where this goes, right?
Yeah.
But I kind of feel because they're so short, it just could be Abomination this whole time,
Yeah.
or half the time at least.
Yeah.
We'll
see.
Yeah, we shall see. Anything else, Marcus?
No, we're getting ready for Disney Plus Day. It's coming on the 8th.
Disney Plus Day.
Yes.
What
You
is
know Disney
this?
Plus Day, Brian. How do you not know about Disney Plus Day?
I don't know. I'm barely on Disney Plus. I watch one show. I watch the one show on Disney Plus, and I should catch up on other
things coming Disney Plus Day. Things that are coming out will be the biggest one, Pinocchio,
Yeah, I do want to watch that.
comes out that day on
Okay.
Disney Plus. Thor: Love and Thunder
Nice.
will be on there.
Watch that again.
Obi-Wan Kenobi: A Jedi's Return, the making of Obi-Wan, the show.
Maybe. I don't know.
Special Cars show.
I love me some cars.
Yes.
What was his tag?
Ciao.
Ka-chow.
Ciao.
Ka-chow. Ka-chow.
So that's like the big things that are coming. There's also smaller things as well that are out. There's going to be the making of I think Love and Thunder as well.
Cool.
So
Ka-chow.
see if I can find.
Well, those are the big things. I mean, what else is there?
Those are the major things.
All right. Gotta watch
Major things. Pinocchio.
Ka-chow.
Thor. Yeah, Marvel's the studios assembled the making of Thor. Tierra Incognita, a new series follows a teenager who discovers a chilling world while searching for the truth behind the mysterious disappearance of his parents 8 years ago.
I don't know what that is.
He goes to find answers in the abandoned Tierra Incognita park where his parents were last seen. They must overcome their fears to solve the mystery and find answers in a universe as dark as its unknown. I mean, that sounds kind of interesting. Looks like it might be in Spanish. And then the Obi-Wan show, special Simpsons episode. Yeah, so there you go. That's all the stuff that's coming Disney Plus. There's a bunch of other stuff too, but nothing that I don't think we would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Mark. Well,
And they also did like last year, they announced a bunch of stuff during Disney Plus Day on social media.
yeah.
Like we got the information about Echo, Agatha, also had special previews that they released with first looks at Moon Knight, She Hulk, and Miss Marvel during Disney Plus Day. So there's a bunch of stuff that could, like we could get a bunch of stuff. Like we could get the trailer for Ironheart, we could get trailers for Secret Invasion, we could get like all the trailers for the upcoming slate of Marvel, and we could get the trailer for Ahsoka, we could get a trailer for Mandalorian.
This is true.
So
We'll keep
That's
our eyes
great.
peeled.
yes.
we'll be recording next Monday anyway. So we'll
Yes, that's Labor Day.
oh, we won't be recording on Monday. Tuesday. We'll be recording on Tuesday.
That's my birthday.
Okay, we won't be
I'll
recording.
be.
next-
We can record on my birthday. I'll be home. I'm taking the day off from work, so
All right, it's up to you.
no, that's fine. Yeah, Claire has to work, so I'll be home enjoying the day by myself.
Well, there you go. We'll be
Nice
recording
quiet
on your
day.
birthday.
My plan is to watch like all the movies I haven't seen yet that are like Prey and a bunch of other stuff. So
All right, we'll record early so you can get on
Yeah.
that.
yeah,
All right, sounds good.
I've heard good things about Prey.
Yeah, I want to watch Prey too. It's on my list.
Yeah.
I should just watch it. I don't think Allison is gonna care. I should just,
No, my brother-in-law Jonas watched it and he said it was really good.
yeah, I should just check it out tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right, Marcus.
All right, man.
Let's wrap it up. We'll be back next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday,
We'll be talking about our D&D,
I'll be another year older.
and Mark will be turning 43.
Yes.
You're joining me.
Yes.
Hey, we're like 20 years to retirement, baby.
Yeah. You look way more 43 than I do, that's for sure.
This is true. I look like I'm 53 or 63. I got the gray.
Yeah,
hair.
that gray came on quick.
It sure did. Yeah.
Yeah. Silver Fox.
I'm watching these old videos, man. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Remember those days when I had dark hair? Oh, those are the days.
Those were the days.
No facial hair.
I just had the goatee.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. Maybe I'll
Yeah.
put some up on our page just to
Mm.
I'll look back. So, all
Sounds
right,
like a
Mark.
plan. All right, buddy.
We shall
All right, everybody.
go.
We'll see you all next week. Everyone, as always, be safe, be good, be kind.
Rewind.
Bye, everybody.